Alright, let's talk about some more shit that made me think being a human was what the cool kids were doing. Hey, it's Fringe. So, last video I talked about how my sister fucked me up when I was a kid by making me think Benjamin Franklin lived in my house long ago. Well, here's a new one. When we were kids, we were fed lots of bullshit. Okay, like fed lies, like, oh, the Santa Claus, or oh, the Easter Bunny. If you were up on a farm and you were fed literal bullshit, like shit from the bull, you know, I'm just so deeply sorry. This channel is a safe zone. Like and subscribe. When I was of the young age, I was impressionable as fuck. I'd believe anything I was told without question. I believed that everything was daisies and fucking roses, which, I mean, isn't that unreasonable? There's like 20,000 species of daisies, so I mean, that's gotta mean something. Come on, I wasn't that unreasonable of a child. I believed in pretty much any mythical thing though, like down to the fact that I thought the leprechauns were at the end of rainbows with their pot of gold and shit. Anytime I was riding in the car with my parents and saw a rainbow, I'd think to myself, why the actual darn are they not flooring it down the freeway to get to the end of that rainbow? They are literally saying no to getting to meet a comically small man with way too much gold. Idiots! Well, enough stalling. Here's the punchline of the video that honestly could fit into a 140 character tweet. I hella believed in the tooth fairy. I'm dead serious when I say hella. I was extremely into the tooth fairy. However, I was not into the idea of losing teeth. If I felt that one of my teeth were getting loose, I wouldn't tell anyone. I would just wait for that bitch to fall out. However, my parents always somehow found out that I had that loose fucker wiggling about ready to get pulled from my jaw. And eventually when they found out, they would tell me to pull it out. Every time I would reply, no thanks. Every time they'd fire back, pull it out or your father's gonna, and every time I would reply, bitch, no, and then I would run, and then every time my dad would catch me and try to pull it out via wrestling, and every time I would cry and scream and sweat, and every time my dad would win, and every time I'd then be hell excited because that means that I get to put that tooth under my pillow for you-know-who. Okay, so you may think, well, okay, big fucking whoop, you were a pussy that couldn't pull your own teeth and you believed in the tooth fairy, and yes, you're right, but I always took it to a whole nother level. I would build the tooth fairy a small house. Yeah, you heard me correctly. That wasn't YouTube fucking up the video. I would build the tooth fairy a little house so that it could have a place to rest because obviously it's been up all night looking teeth around. Manual labor jobs are no joke, man. It fucks up your back. I was just being considerate. So the house. I'd get a little tissue box, cut a door into it, put a small bed made out of tissue paper, a small table made out of cardboard, and then maybe a window or two. Gotta have them views. Don't worry, I would take it even farther. You thought this was far enough, it goes farther. I would get a really small piece of paper, nice and small, and then I would write a very tiny thank you note. Thank you for traveling all this way just for my tooth and for leaving me a quarter. My parents were fucking cheapskates. And yeah, I did that for way too long. Nobody told me I was crazy, so I figured I was the last goddamn good Samaritan on this godforsaken rock. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, fucking smash that like button like you guys have already been doing, and you know, maybe subscribe for like weekly videos. Well, two videos a week, maybe at this point. Like, fuck, I'm just killing it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully your week has been good so far, and yeah, peace.
A snowy day and the city seems to be asleep. I just peeped out my window for a second and went straight back to bed. Jeez, I keep the motor humming. Yo, this ain't school, it's like the Olympics and cool runnings. You give and you get, you only get something for something. Sing those lullabies, I let time fly. It's just another sword slash.